folks, welcome to Atmoseeker, your place for creating an inspiring atmosphere for your tabletop role-playing games. Tonight, it's just a nice casual stream where I'm just going to be painting some little men. Still got my Hero Quest board that I'm still working on. And I've got, if you have joined on previous streams, you may have seen the streams where I painted up these little guys with the barbarian and the dwarf here. And now we're going to give the elf a little bit of the treatment for tonight. So, I've been pretty busy lately, so just a nice casual basic painting stream tonight. Although there was a request in the Discord to have a look at some more lighting stuff, so I'm going to be looking at setting that up for next week's stream. So if you're curious about your own kind of like DMX lighting type setups, I'll be having a look at that. So I'm going to create a whole little kind of mini setup where we can have a look at the different lighting values for different types of lighting animations that could be particular like tavern, kind of subtle, kind of fire glow type stuff, or if it's thunder, lightning storm type stuff. So that should be cool. That's next week's stream. We do have I have one announcement. If you're on the Patreon, you've already seen this already, but we've got a new episode that has just been put into early access. So if you're on there, take a look. It's the new episode that's looking at the atmosphere guide for the Archon Studios Dungeons and Lasers Caves. So it's more kind of taking that terrain and having a look in it more of a atmospheric point of view for the most part. So if you're curious to see early access on that, that'll be early access for the week. Probably this video will be coming out on Friday my time. If you want to catch it early, that's good to jump on the Patreon. But if you want to just wait and see it coming out on Friday. So, should be coming out soon. And it's a nice one. It's good, clean, nice atmospheric lighting, sound, fog, everything you want. Super exciting. It's always nice when a video comes out. And now I've just got to move on to the next project. I know in previous streams, I've been kind of looking at some different, last week we were looking at some Lego stuff. So there is a Lego video in the works for some of the Lego sets that have been coming out from Lego and D&D and stuff. So I am working on that video at the moment. That's still kind of in pre-production. There are a few things I want to do with it, with some of the printable props and that kind of thing. That's kind of like tinking along this week. And I think otherwise I've got some Patreon exclusive live stream kind of setup stuff to do this week, because we're going to do some gaming on the stream. So that's going to be Patreon exclusive, just because I'm not sure how that fits into the channel in a kind of wider berth. But if you want to see me play video games, the video games, I work in video games myself, so it's been fun to do. But they're mostly going to be fantasy kind of style themed video games in particular. Probably I'm itching to play more Baldur's Gate, so it's probably mostly going to be that. If you want to catch more of that kind of stuff, that's going to be exclusive to the Patreon as well. We got Tan, welcome back, good to see you. And we've got Boruchor as well, good to see you back as well. Yeah, it's just a casual painting stream tonight. I'm going to be painting some more Hero Quest. Got to get these painted because my old pal Terry, he's got them all painted and they look fantastic, and I want to jump in on the same boat as well. Before we jump into painting this guy, I just want to say a huge thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. You guys are amazing, keeping the channel going, keeping the paints flowing, and keeping all the lights on in here. With a special shout out to Anthony Von Olen, Blake Darley, Charisma on Command, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Darkfire Designs, Devante, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, Mini Wargaming, Nathan Mack, and Michael Dykes. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all my amazing supporters on Patreon. Thank you so much. All right, so tonight we're just going to jump into a nice little casual stream where we're going to be painting up the elf. I've been watching a little bit of some of what's his name? Midwinter Minis. He's been painting up a whole bunch of the Hero Quest 2, but I've got just a whole bunch of the speed paints tonight. So I'm just going to keep things simple, and we're going to attack this. I'm looking forward to having some of these painted. And I think their friends are kind of keen to have them painted too. I tell you though, it has been a busy busy few weeks. It's never a dull moment here in the cave. But basically, I've been trying to get this caves video done, and now that it's finally kind of edited, shot, out there, I'm still kind of working on like the thumbnail and stuff. But basically, it's all done. It's a bit of a relief, but got to move on to the next thing. So, oh man, I got to work out where I'm going here. All right, I'm gonna just start on this. I'm feeling starting on this armor. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. Yeah, so it's a bit of a relief to kind of get that stuff done, which is good. But yeah, I gotta move on to the next thing, which is going to be mostly just some housekeeping, pre-production stuff. So writing any scripts, I sometimes I use scripts, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on what the vibe of the video is. But yeah, we're mostly kind of recovering and nursing. My poor back is super sore from lifting my heavy child into bed. He's my 8-year-old son. He keeps passing out on the couch, and I think I've finally kind of like busted my back. So it's all not great, but no, I've done a little bit of stretches and stuff, so it's a little better. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this elf. Honestly, already it's feeling pretty good to get a little bit of paint on there. Tim, welcome. I had no idea you were from Australia. Yeah, definitely in Australia. And that's why these streams are late at night for me. But probably middle of the day or early morning, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, well, I'm down in Victoria, all the way mostly south in the southern bit of Australia. I'm kind of just using the box off to the side here. I'm using the box art as kind of a guide. I'll take it as inspiration, I think, for this. I'm trying to mostly just kind of keep the colors on point. This brush is pretty good. I got some new brushes the other day, so it's been good to kind of try them out. I know they're not the dollar store brushes, so I've been nervous to kind of try them out. I think mostly I want to clean them properly and stuff. I don't think I can go too wrong if I'm using speed paints. I'm going to just bring the exposure down there on that camera. That one's a bit bright. There we go. Yes, down in Australia, we've had some good weather lately. So I think on previous streams we had a whole bunch of rain happening, and we had a whole bunch of like leaks and stuff happening in here, especially right above all my 3D printers, which was quite nerving. But thankfully that's all kind of like settled down, which is good. So we actually have some nice autumn weather at the moment. Yeah, now I'm just kind of catching up on a few things. I've still got some like old projects I haven't quite finished as well. Now I'm not sure if you remember previous streams, we had done like some tentacle monsters that we were kind of like starting to paint up. Those guys are all kind of base coated, but I would like to revisit those. I still have the terrain tiles as well. I still have to I've got this actually came in the mail pretty recently. This is a pigment binder here, and I'm keen to try it with some of the kind of pigment powder stuff that I have. I use that to kind of like dust on there, but I was curious to see how that goes with fixing it. If you've used it before, let me know. I have a suspicion that to apply it you need like one of those like dropper things. Michigan, US explains why I never see your streams. Well, I have you here. I bought the reptile fogger you recommended and having fun with it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think the reptile fogger is a pretty good one because it's pretty low stress. Like, there's no special fog fluid. It kind of gives you an instant low-lying effect, which is great. And honestly, I've been using a little bit of a mix myself. That's what you'll see in the new caves video. I've been kind of using a blend of both fog machine fog and the humidifier fog, which is good because like the humidifier fog can act as a really kind of nice coolant, and then I probably have that as mostly the base for the fog, and then throwing a little bit of just a tiny little puff from the smoke machine just gives it that little extra bit of weight and thickness to it. Tan saying should get out the player stat card for easier reference. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I'm gonna do that. That's a great idea. Where do we got it? We got them right here in this box. Yeah, and then we can have it right next to each other. That's a great idea. Where have I got all my cards? Here we go. Let's see. I've got all the monster cards. Dread Warrior. I've got all the monster all the monster cards. I don't have the hero cards gone. There you go. That one. It's probably the ones that say like Hero Quest on it. There we go. Ah, yeah. Great idea. I'm gonna pull that out. Barbarian, Elf. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a really good idea. I like that. Thank you, Tan. It's not handy to have it on hand like that. Oh, that's so much better. All right. I like this. That's cool. Alright, I think I'm going to just take loose inspiration here just because I'm not the best miniature painter. But I do enjoy it. Honestly, to have them painted is better than not having them painted. That's what I'm going for. It mostly has to look good on a table. Good in my fog conditions and stuff. Because a lot of my setups rely heavily on fog. Oh, I see it's a little bit darker armor in there. Maybe I'll have to go like a couple of coats there. Go for it, painting. Good to have you here. We're just painting some more Hero Quest tonight. Yeah, I gotta catch up to my mate Terry. He's got, you know what? It's not even worth trying to catch up to him. He's already finished it. He's already painted all of it. I'll never catch up. But these are fun miniatures to paint, just because they've got those just really nice kind of classic kind of design to things. You know, your kind of sword and sorcery feel. Is that barefoot? No, it's armor. But honestly, I probably paint a lot of these just to be able to use in some shots for some videos, which are good. And yeah, you probably will see the Barbarian in the latest video that's coming out on Friday. So I know that's a bit of a it's a bit of a rarity. I know it's that videos come out on this channel. It does happen occasionally. I'm just gonna, we're just going with speed paints here. Speed paints are gonna keep it nice and casual. I know some folks say that there's like a reactivation problem with the speed paints, but honestly, like I was blasting these guys in the fog for like hours, and you know what? I have given these guys like a varnish, and they were fine. No issues. So I think maybe the reactivation is if you wanna, if you're like while you're painting it, it might get reactivated. Honestly, that doesn't really bother me. You know, I actually have some like monsters that my sons have painted. That, you know, they're 8 and 5, so they're not, you know, perfectly painted. Let's put it positively, but there are good. Some of them are like, oh, this is a good like starting point. You kind of blocked in the right colors. I'm curious if I can use that reactivation to kind of go in and just kind of, you know, finesse them up a bit. I think I could. That might be actually a good one to do next time. Like just taking some of those monsters that my kids have done and making them a little finer. Lord God, good to have you here. Hero Quest is a great way to collect minis. The expansions are better and better. The minis in the Ogre Horde pack are burgeoning on Cleanly Cast. I do have an expansion here, the Mage of the Mirror one, and they had some big ogres in there that are pretty nice, actually. So I think that kind of like hits a niche of like board game collecting. I know I'm definitely guilty of it, of like buying board games specifically for the miniatures. I've definitely done it before with, I think with some of the D&D board games. There is like the Curse of Strahd, the Ravenloft one. That is a great one for miniatures, it's particularly if you're running a Curse of Strahd adventure. It gives you all kinds of stuff like even just like the basic stuff like the swarm of rats and stuff that's actually pretty useful outside of that kind of setting. So yeah, board games are a great kind of like resource for getting miniatures. Definitely can attest to that. Honestly, sometimes it just feels like it's good getting the box as well, because I like all the illustrations, all the box art as well. I can appreciate that. Most of my minis are primed black and highlighted with white. That's still technically painted, right? It's ready. It's more ready than it's being all just plastic, which is great. I think I still have a lot that aren't even primed. I've got a whole bunch of orcs that my mate gave to me. They're like, oh, I need to get these ready because my kids were actually pretty keen on getting some paint on them. I was like, maybe I can leverage some child labor here. You know? Because they were keen to paint them. And there's a lot of them. I think there's like 50 plus orcs in that. There's a box over there just full of orcs. I don't have time to paint these orcs. And you know what? Honestly, they probably just have to look good enough for like wide camera shots, that kind of thing. Heck, maybe I will use my kids for evil. For evil? For good? I think it's good. Good evil. Chaotic good, I think. The ogres in Mage are babies compared to the Ogre Horde expansion. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Man, I think I've made the correct suggestion to my wife about expansions for Hero Quest, because she was asking last time, like, oh, what can the kids get you for Christmas? And I was like, oh, you know, I kind of like these these Hero Quest expansions. Can I have some of those, please? And that was a good call, I think. So yeah, maybe I can just get more of them. I think I'm taking some loose inspiration from this picture now. I think she was meant to have skin-colored fingers. You know, you can always undo it with painting stuff. I'm just gonna go through it. I kind of imagined her having a bit of a gauntlet there, but yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe I can throw a little bit of skin shade in there. I mean, the whole thing is I'm not a miniature painter, but I do enjoy it. I think that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people that, you know, are quite professional at painting miniatures. Like, I can paint enough to kind of get by. Maybe I can undo that one actually. Oh, let me see if I can undo some of the pigment on that finger. Oh yeah, I can wash it off. Uh-huh. There you go, and then I can get the skin on there. Saved it. Saved it. Nice. Alright, I think we've saved it, kind of. A little bit in the back there. Yeah, I think that's alright. I can scrub it off a bit. Might do. Alright. But yeah, that's not too bad. I can get some skin tone on there. My only gripe with the speed paint is it's more tricky to undo. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got most of it on the hand. See, on the inside of the hand, not too bad. On the other side, it's still a little bit dark there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might have to. I don't know. Put a little white on there. Maybe that's the way to undo it. But you know what? I think with a lot of this stuff, you know, I'm not painting to like win competitions or anything like that. I'm just painting for my table. Like, I'll probably use these miniatures in a lot of like D&D games as well. And honestly, I just enjoy it. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a little bit of armor done there. It's not too bad. I would hold this a lot closer to my face, but I'm just kind of doing it for the camera. Shadow. Oh, okay, I see. I'll roll with that. There's shadow. Shadow in there. I think probably one of the good things about speed paint though is like I'll walk away from tonight with a painted miniature. Whether it's the best painted miniature or not, that remains to be seen. But it will be painted. I think that's a little bit, there's a little bit of purple there. Honestly, it is just nice to just relax and paint, because I have just been filming like up until like 1, 2 in the morning here every night. It's catching up with me, and it's nice to just relax and do a little bit of just general hobbling. Wow, give this guy another whiskey. Absolutely nothing wrong with tabletop ready. That's right. I'm gonna top this up. Lord God, it's saying, yeah, that's the best part. It would take me decades to paint all the minis in high quality without speed paints. Yeah. No, I agree. You know, honestly, it's a testament to it when I give these paints to my kids, who are 8 years old and 5 years old, and some of the stuff they walk away with, like finished, like, you know, to be fair, they finish it in like 5-10 minutes. So some of them can be a little bit of a rush, but some of the ones where they pay a little bit more attention and get into all like the detail and stuff, they actually look pretty decent. I think my son did like one of the wizard guy, and he looks really cool. I think he did a good job. I don't think I'll redo him at all. Okay, I'm just trying to work out where's more of the silver. He's like, I can see in the collar here. Man, it was a really good call getting these cards. It's a little bit of a purpley. What is that? It's like a purpley silver. That kind of like matches the cloak. I'm guessing that's kind of part of the cloak is in there. All paint jobs look good after a few fingers of whiskey. That is also true. Yeah, like I'll walk away from tonight like, you know, this looks all right. Just trying to make it. That's the tricky part. Is I'm trying to make it not pull too heavily in there. Now there is okay. So they got feathers underneath there, which are like purplish. Do we kind of just take inspiration from that and just hit it with some purple? I think so. I think that's what we're gonna do. Where's my purple at? I got purple, red. I got purple alchemy. That looks quite pinkish. Oh, and we've got what is that? Hive dweller purple. We'll go with that. I'm gonna shake these up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We do some casual live streams on Monday nights here at 10:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, because I'm down under in Australia. We do them every week. Right now, we're just doing some miniature painting, but sometimes we get a little bit more specific. Next week's live stream, we're going to be looking at some more atmospheric lighting. It has been suggested from my wonderful patrons in the Discord that that's something they're keen on seeing. So we're going to be having a look at setting up some DMX lighting animations. So if you're keen to see that, that's going to be next week's stream. So we'll have some terrain set up. We'll have a few DMX lights set up. So we're going to be doing probably some storm animations, some like casual kind of like flame lit kind of like animations and stuff. So I'm going to show you how I kind of set those up, and yeah, we'll have look at a few kind of like color values and how I kind of come around to kind of what are the kind of setting values for different types of locations and that kind of thing. So if you're curious in that kind of thing, that's going to be next week's stream. I was going to do it for tonight's stream, but ran out of time just because I was furiously editing last night the new video that's going to be coming out on Friday. Is that good? It's going to be coming out on Friday, but it is currently in early access if you're a patron. Tim saying, what we got? My daughter did the cloud unicorn from Loot, and it actually turned out halfway decent. She is about 7. I'll let her paint as much as she wants, as long as I printed the models anyways. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. Man, Loot Studios, I used to subscribe to it, and then I had a whole bunch of models. Now it's like I haven't printed all these. It's really good quality stuff, but I just couldn't catch up and print stuff. So I think Loot Studios is good for me in terms of a way of just like, all right, when you have a collection I'm keen on, I'll jump on, but like in terms of like a subscription type thing, it's just kind of started building into a whole bunch of 3D models of just like, I haven't even printed this yet, and even if I did, I'm gonna paint this, so just stop adding to the backlog here. But it's really some really nice detailed models. I've got some of the miniatures. There was some stuff from like, I think they had like a sci-fi set not long ago And I had printed out some of those for an Alien RPG kind of thing. I haven't run that yet, but I'm keen to. I really want to get in on that. All right. So we got... now, I kind of want to get it a little bit darker in those lights. And I'm not sure if I want to just kind of like grab... You know what? I'm going to grab some of the purple. Maybe I can use that to darken it up. Although there is a black. Actually, let me get some of this grey as well. We've got the purple, and we've got... Maybe I'll go with the purple first. Alright, I'm going to try putting some purple on these feathers. That could be fun. I think it's like a little bit there. We'll see. But it is like refreshing to see like your kids paint stuff. Because they kind of just go into it with like no inhibitions, and they put color where they want. And it's interesting because like right now I'm trying to be very kind of calculated and methodical about things, and put too much paint on my brush. You know, and take a lot of care in the detail. But yeah, they just kind of like slosh it on, and honestly, sometimes it works out for them. Man, that is quite dark there. I definitely need to kind of like thin that out or something. Maybe I went on a little too heavy. That's very dark. That's the color on the base before you commit. I should have seen that message a little earlier. That would have helped. That would have helped a lot. Too slow. That's all right. I can try and lighten it up a bit. It's not too bad. Yeah. All right. I don't think that's too bad. I have lightened it up a little bit. But yes, definitely a good tip. Test it on the base before we get into it. Yeah, see, I should have done that earlier, because that's quite dark. That's all right. Well, I'm committed to it now. Add some water. I think that's a good idea. Man, that purple is quite intense. That one. If you're painting anything right now, I'd be curious to hear it. If you're hobbying, or if you just want to say where from the world you're in, was keen to find out. We got Michigan, Australia, late night, Australia, mate. Add some water. Yes, good tips tonight. Just gonna be a bit more careful. I think you're right. Just gonna like test it on some bits first. Oh man, I'm butchering it. That's not too bad. I can save it. And see, if this was my kids, they would just gone all hog on it. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, we have saved it a little bit. I think maybe once we start getting some skid in there, that'll be good. Maybe I can mix it with some of this lighter purple here. I'm really surprised by that, because if I look at the bottle, where the hell did the purple go? Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that dark. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the contrast next to the white next to it. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to grab some of this other one and see how it goes. But that one is quite maybe I had some of that grey on there from before as well. Ontario, Canada, heading to work. Have a good stream. Love the channel. Thanks very much, Lord God. Good to have you stopping by. Yeah. Oh, heading to work. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. Man, this purple's a little redder. That's not bad, actually. Just take that. I think that's a good call of like diluting it. Just thinking some whiskey will help. Ah, now it looks better. All right, yeah. I was thinking of like tackling this cape, but maybe let's stay on target here. Let's stay on target with this cape. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put some purple in there. I think that's a good idea to thin it out. Oh, that's so much better. It's a good call. All right. That's too light. But it's better to have it lighter than to have it too dark. Totally agree with that sentiment. Oh. I do want to do some enhancements to the After Dark stream. Which are going to give it a bit more kind of interactivity for folks watching. So you guys will be able to like change the lighting modes here. So for instance, if we, oh, did I have it? I think I still had it. Yeah, so we could do something like this kind of like red mode. It's just like a red alert. It's meant to flash. It's meant to like flash and stuff. But yeah, that kind of makes it hard for me to paint. I hate that. I hate this. I can't see any colors here. Stuff like that. But yeah, we could have like, I've got a whole bunch of like atmospheric modes. So you'll have like sound effects and stuff as well. These are the kind of things I want to like work on and develop a bit more, kind of get stream ready. So I think that's kind of what is on my agenda for this week, particularly. So I've got some more kind of, I guess, you know, what do you call it? Like just pre-production, I guess you could call it, kind of type stuff, where you're writing things, setting up things. I know I've got to make some repairs as well, because usually when I film stuff, I break stuff because I'm a big clumsy idiot. So there's a part of the game table that I was using for filming that video, where is the stage hop 3D printed kind of area where I used to kind of set up a lot of the fog and lighting and that kind of thing, which looked great and it filmed pretty well. But during filming, I took that whole section off because I needed to be able to kind of shoot this thing that was kind of like low to the ground. And because it's all bloody dark, and I was walking around, I stumbled over, and I stepped on the whole thing. So I got a whole bunch of tiles and stuff that have kind of like snapped off, and like, oh, this sucks. But usually it's kind of par for the course where I'll have a few casualties during filming. So look, it's not great, but there's not a huge amount damage there, but I'll be able to fix it. But you know, I guess that's kind of the sacrifice you make to kind of, it's kind of like the blood sacrifice to be able to make the video succeed as much as it can. I hope so. Tan saying, I've spent 3 days building a ton of Seraphon my 14-year-old son has been doing the miniature painting. Oh, that's great. I mean, 14-year-olds. Yeah, that's stuff you could take to the bank. I feel like he would be doing pretty well. I'm not too familiar with Seraphon though. What is that? That's like a... You're gonna have to break it down for me. I could look it up, but that'd be cheating. Let me guess. I am gonna guess. Seraphon. What is that? It doesn't sound like D&D. Some kind of wargaming. I would guess Age of Sigmar, maybe? Sounds a bit more... It doesn't sound 40k, maybe Age of Sigmar. That's my guess. Let me know how I did. Did I get there? Or was I completely off? Oh look, like the kind of painting my kids have done, that's more painting than I did at that age. I think when I was their age, I was just playing with Lego and Ninja Turtles. Oh, I got it. Age of Sigmar. Yes. 50 points. What are they? What? Now I'm curious to kind of look it up and see what like a Seraphon is. So I'm guessing it's some kind of bug-like race. Oh no, I was way off. Looks like lizard people. These are cool. I'm down with this. Man, yeah, that is one game I have not played enough of. I think I've played one game of Age of Sigmar. I quite liked it. I quite like the setting of it. Man, these are cool. Yeah, you can definitely paint up a whole bunch of these guys. I've got a whole bunch of Sylvaneth I've got to paint up. That's another from my mate. My mate Jake keeps throwing miniatures at me. He threw a whole bunch of Sylvaneth at me. You can kind of see them in the background. We'll pull those out another stream, I think. PZ, welcome. Good to have you here. Hello. We're painting space elves or medieval elves. No, these are your regular medieval elves. This is for the Hero Quest. Just because I quite like the kind of swords and sorcery feel of these miniatures. And yeah, I've been meaning to watch a bit more sword and sorcery movies as well. I've got a whole backlog of stuff. I actually put it in the chat on the Discord. Like, has anyone got any good like recommends of some good sword and sorcery movies? Actually, this is a good question for the chat right now. Has anyone got any go-to like sword and sorcery type movies, guilty pleasures? Because I kind of like to kind of watch those to kind of absorb any of the soundtracks they might use, because I think those can be good for that kind of setting. But yeah, I have Lady Hawk kind of recommended me quite a lot. I haven't watched that. I'm thinking of doing like watch parties with patrons. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. Never play a game, just build and paint. Sometimes it feels like that. this sentiment, just build and paint. Like, I spend a lot of time working on the setup, working on the game room, working on like videos showing how to kind of do this thing, how to kind of like get some atmosphere, get these like setups, enjoy like the hobbying aspect of it. And I feel like that's like the hobbying part is kind of separate to like, well, it's kind of separate but together, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the hobby part of it, But like, if you wanted to be kind of like practical and bring a lot of this stuff into the game, yeah, I don't know. Are you kind of like doing all of this for nothing? You know? But that does remind me, I've got to kind of like lock in the time to play with some mates. It's been way too long. We haven't played since January or something. I know, it's really bad. But I think I just gotta like lock in a date and just say, hey, we're playing on this day. I don't care if we're just playing Monopoly. We're playing something. I just gotta like lock it in. I think that's the way to go. I just gotta like just give myself a deadline and go, let's play something. I would love it to be D&D. I have lost a lot of my like preparation time that I usually have for this hobby, which was kind of like on the train to work and that kind of thing. I mostly work from home, so I have lost that kind of time. But I think these days I'm kind of more in favor of prepping stuff the night before. The night before, I don't know if that's a good if that is like a baller move. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I totally just like prep things the night before, but it kind of like fits my lifestyle at the moment, where it's like, all right, I'll kind of like look at the adventure module or something for inspiration. Like I'll even take like one of these big books. Like if it was just like one of these guys. Like, what have I got here? I've got the Icewind Dale book, and I'll kind of like thumb through it, and I'll go, oh yeah, look, we'll just kind of go through here. Okay, this location looks cool. All right, we'll just kind of like take some like the key characters, and we'll go, all right, let's do it. Let's have a couple of dot point notes, and that's enough to kind of like get going, and let's play. Because honestly, that's like that's the important part, right? The important part is getting together and playing. So I definitely have to do January. I know, January. You're crazy. Yeah, honestly, there was one of my what do you call it? Like New Year's resolutions was like I wanted to play more, and I've been failing at this. I definitely want to get some more games under my belt. It's just been so super busy. Like, the kids have started school and everything, and new job has been super busy. So, I don't know. It's excuses. I know. I just I gotta make time for it. I wish there were more PG M-rated fantasy to watch with my kids. There's too much adult themes lately. Oh, I totally agree. Like, there's the, what do you call it? The Critical Role cartoon, which was pretty good. That one, I really enjoyed watching that one. And I was like, oh yeah, this would be great to watch with my kids. And it's like, oh man, there's swearing and sex jokes all through this thing. This is not appropriate for a child. So you can't watch that. Tim, sorry, I just saw it, but yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you here. And sorry you have to head off, but thanks so much for stopping by. Dan, I feel you, mate. Trying to get the family to play a game at Hero Quest is a struggle, with my eldest now working nights on weekends and the wifey doing shift work. Makes it hard, like once in a blue moon. I think my kids are a bit young for it. Like I think I'd set it all up. I'd get all the rules going. I'd be like, okay, you know what? Actually, we had a good couple of sessions of Hero Quest, and I've been trying to kind of get them back into it. I was like, guys, you guys have bought me all these expansions. let's play. You know, let's get into it. And yeah, I think it's I don't know. The moon's got to be right or something. So I don't know. I think maybe it's just kind of like that long investment. Like, right, I got like wait like a few years And then, you know what? It'll be great when they're old enough. They'll be like, we're gonna have a D&D session on the reg. We're gonna weekly D&D every Friday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night. You know, I don't know. Whenever it's, we'll do Wednesday. I'll do every Wednesday night with my family. Just like, I know where you guys are. I know where you guys live. You can't escape. We're playing D&D. I'll even force my poor wife into it. I'm like, no, we are playing. We're playing this. I have a mighty need to enter the realms. You know what would be great? It would be great if my kids ever pick up the mantle. I feel like my oldest won't, but my littlest one, he's kind of keen. He kind of does a lot of. He'll go like the wizard class and stuff, and he's young, so he doesn't kind of get the like nuance of a lot of things. And I have to kind of like hold his hand through it. It's like, are you sure you don't want to be like a simpler class here? Like the wizard's quite advanced here. I'm like, no, father. I would like to play the wizard. I would like to cast all the spells. Don't you see? Tan is saying Shadow and Bone was good, but we won't get an ending now. It's cancelled. Shadow and Bone. I haven't heard of that one. I just think just give it a. It's cancelled. Shift work. Is shift work shit work? I don't know. Shadow and Bone. Is that like a live play type thing, or is it an actual like show? I'm curious. I'm gonna just do a quick. Oh, it's a Netflix show. Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, I was a little like disappointed with the Witcher show. I had played the games, right? And I think I had an expectation in my head of how the events would unfurl with a lot of that stuff that happened in the show. And it did like this weird like time jumping kind of thing, so it was hard for me to kind of like keep track of where things were going. I actually think I'm gonna need a bigger brush to do this cape, because I want to do this cape in one go. I'm just, yeah. Sorry, I'm just like staring at this miniature, sizing up this cape. Just put another coat on these boots in the meantime. Oh, okay. So Shadow and Bone looks cool. Some kind of. There are no others like her. There are no others like her, and there never will be. Oh, it's based on the books. I'm assuming I get recommended Wheel of Time quite a bit. I actually get mixed opinions about Wheel of Time. I hear the books are really good and the show is okay. And Netflix, the Witcher, I wanted to love it, and I think the first season was okay, and I kind of got a little bit lost. But yeah, I think, and now they've lost Henry Cavill. It's like the king of the nerds. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Like, I have nothing against the new guy. What's his name? It's one of the. It's Thor's brother. What is his name? But it's kind of like, well, he was like Henry Cavill was kind of that character. I remember a lot of when Henry Cavill started as the Witcher guy. Like, he had the wig. There were photos of him with the wig and everything. I remember people not liking it. I remember myself not liking it. I was like, who's this guy? This ain't Geralt. This is not my Geralt. And I actually thought he did a really good job. I really enjoyed his portrayal. I think he did a great job. I'm really scared of doing this cape for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, I think I can stop wigging out about this cape. Liam Hemsworth, thank you. Yeah, I think also that Liam Hemsworth season is going to be like the last season of that show. I feel like, I don't know, I never read the books. I played the games. Just find another brush here. That'll do. Yep. Yeah. I wanted to like it because I loved the show. Love the game, sorry. I just remember having a really fun time with the game. I played 1 and I thought, oh, that's okay. And I played 2, Witcher 2, that was quite good. And 3 is where was it Witcher 3? Did they make 3 of those? That's a bit of a blur. That was, I remember 3 being the game that came out when my son was born, and I played a lot of it then. I remember having him as a newborn on my chest, playing. I remember playing lots of Gwent. Careful there, there's a hair. Oh, easy there, slugger. There we go. We got it. Hey, Justin, good to have you here, buddy. Justin Ilhamrick, the good doctor is in. Good to have you here. We are just painting some Hero Quest. Just with a couple of fingers of whiskey in, so it's looking great from my perspective. But I'd be curious to hear how it is from everyone else's. I think it looks okay. I think it's, you know what? I'm gonna just throw a little bit of. Ooh, yeah, let's get a little richer there. Wheel of Time, okay-ish. Haven't watched the newest season, Liam Hemsworth. Yes. Okay. Alright, I think that's all hair there. Can't quite tell. I think hair ends there. Oh, stay in the line, Seb. Okay, I think we're okay. Looks alright. A little bit of pooling here. Pulling happening there. Yeah, I think, man, this was white before. Now it's not white. So, improvement. Thumbs up. I'm on board. Yeah. Yeah, if you're new to the stream, but this is the kind of stuff we do on Monday nights. We just do a little casual crafting hangout. Next week's stream, we will be doing a little bit of an atmospheric look at some tabletop gaming lighting. We're going to be looking at some DMX lighting. So I'm going to be looking at some like lighting animations. We're going to be looking at some lighting types of colors and hues for particular types of situations, including like firelit, kind of like tavern inn-keep kind of spaces, or thunderstorms, that kind of thing. I'm going to just have a look at how those kind of things are set up. So that's going to be next week. But today we're kind of just having it a little bit casual, just because I've just finished up work on a video for Cave Atmosphere. So that'll be dropping this Friday. I'll have to look at what time, but yeah, this Friday we're going to be dropping a new video. It's all done. It's all up for early access on Patreon as well. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you should have access to that. But yeah, thank you and welcome. Got some exciting stuff on the horizon. Yes, definitely less gray, or there is gray there, but it's intentional gray. I'm gonna need another drink. Let's keep it going. I've just got a, if you're curious, it is just a Glenlivet here. No year on this one, but it does say single malt. But it has been quite good. It's just I think we might be reaching the end of this bottle. Definitely not a kid's drink. Although we don't swear too much on this show. Try to. Oh, there's no ice in this, so we're going to be quite clean on this one. Into my belly it goes. All right, what's next? All right, so we got the. Let's see, we got the belt here. I actually quite like the details here of like the potions and stuff. That's getting pretty close. Let's go back to that. All right, so we got some. We got a cape, which is good. We got that one sorted. Some of the armor. Well, looks like I don't have to do much for the hair. The hair's already done. All right, so we got some skin to do. I've got the sword. I'm gonna walk away from tonight. I'm gonna have a painted elf. Are you gonna have a painted elf? I don't think so. Jefferson Ocean Voyage 24 is a great bourbon. I am not. You know what? I wouldn't say I'm not a bourbon drinker. I just don't have the opportunity to drink bourbon. So yeah, I think that's intriguing though. Do you think I'd like it? I could try it out. Get a good bourbon. I'm gonna note that for next time. What do we got? Jefferson Ocean Voyage. Ocean Voyage 24. I see it. What do we got? It says it's a bourbon. So that's confirmed. It is a bourbon. Oh. that is up there. Am I looking at the right one? This is like $200. I would hope for $200. Yeah, that would taste really good. Am I looking at the right one? 24. No, aged at sea. I don't think I'm looking at the right one. What's this one? Dried through. Small batch. I don't know. $200. I just spent all my money on like D&D Lego. I don't have that kind of bourbon money. I'm guessing it's the smaller one. I would hope so. Aged at sea. I like that byline though. Aged at sea. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna do the belt now. Let's see. We got hardened leather, or we've got dark. Hardened leather. Naturally, I'm guessing that's going to come out pretty dark. So, pro tip from Tan: I'm definitely gonna see what it's like on the base. I'm probably gonna have to thin it out. Let's see how it is. That's not too bad, actually. 10 out. Not too bad. I have to try and avoid these little potions. I hopefully, if you don't like it, then bourbon probably isn't your thing. I don't know. I don't. You know what? I've had in my younger days. I've definitely had the odd bourbon and Coke, but I think now that I'm a little bit more seasoned, I would be keen to try just a nice bourbon. Like, I didn't think I was a gin person, and then I did a tasting, and I'm like, yeah, this gin's pretty good. So probably if I like whiskey and I like gin, then probably be a connoisseur of bourbon as well. So yeah, I'd give it a shot. But they do look like they have some more budget bottles. I just don't know. I don't know which one's the 24 one. I'll have to check that out. But good tip. If I want to try some bourbon, I'll try that one. But not, yeah, probably not the 300. Probably not the $300, $200 bottle. That sounds like if I want to try something, I have to try something a little more frugal. I used to enjoy a honey bourbon from Jim Beam. That's interesting. Alright. Maybe that's something to kind of like wet my beak a little bit. Get an idea what a bourbon's going to do inside my taste hole. How's this going? How's this? I'm trying to avoid. Honestly, this brush is pretty good, so I'm enjoying this brush. I shelled out a little bit. I think this brush is like $20 for a brush. Like, oh man, but it actually handles pretty well. Like, it's keeping that tip. What is this? I didn't even know what this is. It's Kolinsky Synthetic Art AS Art Spectrum. I think I just looked. I went up and I looked at the finer brushes. This one will do. What size is this? This is a 0. 3. It says 3/0. So I don't know if that's a 3 or a 0. Can't be a 3. It's got to be 0. Because it would be way too big if it was a 3. Okay, alright. That actually worked out pretty well. What else have we got in here? Just trying to look. Oh, so there's a little bit of armor that kind of pokes through. Oh, sorry. I've been focusing too much. So there's a little bit of armor that pokes through on the top there. So I'm going to get a little bit of grey in there. And, oh, looks like that guy could be brown. Wonderful. And then we got those potions. Oh, there's a little bit of brown on the top. Can I do it? Focus Seb. I think we did it. Almost. Touch it. There we go. Whew. Alright. Not too shabby. Do we want to go? There's a little bit of brown on the hilt. Her hand is covering the hilt mostly. Looks like that sword is mostly silver as well, which might be that same runic grey. Although I kind of probably want to go a little bit lighter on the runic grey. John A. Johnson, welcome. Good to have you here. We are painting some hero quests, a little bit more of a casual hangout tonight. It's always good to be here in the dungeon. We just finished up a video on the channel, so it's been just good to kind of relax a bit here. I'm probably mostly drinking my back pain away. So I've had some ibuprofen, and yeah, mostly I'm in a lot of pain with my lower back and everything. So it's the consequence of having heavy children. Oh, you joke about that. You joke about this kind of thing. I'm just gonna get this tiny little detail here. It's definitely happened. I've definitely, you know what, probably not so much with painting, but more so with like breaking things or dropping things. That's definitely happened. Is that a gray? That is a gray. Okay, I'm gonna dilute that one. I feel like this will give me a different color gray. I'll use that on the sword. Honestly, this is a little bit refreshing to kind of spend this kind of time on a miniature, especially after like weeks of filming things, throwing things around. I had some shots in the behind the scenes on the Discord of just the chaos that ensues when filming an episode, because I'm just here in my garage, but usually when I'm filming, because I'm trying to like hammer through shots one at a time, super fast, so it usually leads to a huge mess in the garage that I must overcome. And I just cleaned it mostly this weekend. So we're back. We're ready again. It's to start over from scratch. Start filming again on a new episode. Most of this week is I see for myself going to be pre-production. Just how it's going to balance out with a lot of the kind of obligations that I need to kind of sort out for the stream, for the channel. And also, just like some of the stuff I got to do for work as well. I think work's going to be quite busy this week. So, yeah, I think, this week's going to... But we are going to see a new episode coming out on Friday. If you're a patron, you'll see that in early access at the moment. I'm still kind of working out the thumbnail and everything. But, yeah, if you're keen, subscribe and hit that bell notification to not miss out when it goes live this Friday. But if you're a patron, enjoy that early access. It's a good one. It kind of retreads a little bit of the same ground that we had in the dungeon atmosphere video, but there are a couple of extra little tidbits here and there that are quite good. So that's kind of like to kind of go with the Archon Studios Dungeons and Lasers cave that just came out. It came out? No, they were crowdfunding it. Now I think that crowdfunding campaign has finished. So this is going to be more for their kind of like pledge manager kind of section of their campaign. I'm not sure what's exported to Australia compared to Europe, but wild turkey. Yeah, we have wild turkey here, I think. Elijah Cray and Maker's Mark are all reasonable and solid whiskies. I have seen Maker's Mark. Elijah Craig. I'm gonna pull that up. That doesn't sound too familiar. Elijah. How do you spell that? Elijah Craig. Whiskey. Gimme. Send whiskey, please. Oh, I think I have seen that bottle. Oh, they've got a bourbon as well. Oh no, that's a bourbon. It says small batch bourbon. Bourbon whiskey. It's best of both worlds. I really love the idea of controlling USB lights with a switch for initiative. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it sounded like you were pretty excited about that idea in there. That's a little sneak peek of some of the stuff we're doing back there. So there's some new ideas in that video. I quite like those little miniature dungeon torches, and they fit quite well onto the stage top system there as well, which was quite good. I'm gonna just make one of these potions, one of these purples, I think. Go. Ooh, this is where I gotta be careful. Small little detail like that. That actually looks good. Honestly, this is honestly, I'm mostly taken aback because it's like, oh, this is better than I expected it to turn out to. I thought because I haven't done miniature painting in a while, I thought this was going to turn out horribly. This is still stream it though. Still stream my own demise. PZ saying the Archon pre-painted stuff is such a good idea. I saw hours and hours of my life I've spent painting that terrain past me when I found out how they now sell that stuff pre-painted. Yeah, honestly, the pre-painted stuff was really good. It was like a lot better quality than I thought it was going to be. I think they used some kind of like wizardry to kind of paint it. I think Black Magic Craft had a video where he kind of had a closer look at some of the painting quality, which was quite good. But honestly, it's really good. That's actually kind of like one of the reasons I'm definitely tempted on getting like an AMS system for the 3D printer I've got in here, so I could get probably most of the way with a lot of the stuff I print by just kind of like coloring the filament. So especially for some like the props I make, like there are some props like the big old dungeon torch. Now I've been kind of making some of those for friends, and I reckon even if I just kind of separated like the stalk and like the iron bars and the plate into like different colors, that would supremely speed up like manufacturing of those. And that would be that if I got that super fast and I had a good dependable source for like filament, I'd be like, oh man, should open an Etsy store. Etsy store and just start like piffing those out. Honestly, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely, yeah, that is super tempting. I can't remember how much it cost, but I think I remember for some reason I was apprehensive. I feel like it's like $200 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh man, Dan, you make me. Hope you got a heater for the upcoming winter. It's getting cold out there now, or just going to be a crate of whiskey. Probably a little bit of both, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I do have a heater, which isn't too bad. I have had a few winters in here, in this garage, which is currently unheated. So it does get pretty cold at night, especially if we're coming into winter. It gets quite wet in here as well, so it's not a great season for filming. Still gonna, like, honestly, like, I'd actually be curious. Like, would folk like, even if it was like I don't have the best soundproofing in here, would you guys like be like all right if there was like rain sound in the background, as long as it was like intelligible, I guess, you know? Or it'd be like, no, we we demand quality, we demand excellence. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that most folks would be okay with it. They probably sold their souls to a devil to sacrifice a goat every day at the factory, but damn, it looks great. Oh yes, we're talking about the arc. It just took me a moment. what were we talking about, Ian? Yeah, they're all in Poland. Like a lot of my family is from Poland. Like I'm born and raised in Australia. But yeah, even talking to some of the folks from Archon, Yakshamash, you know, the rain worked the last few weeks, so it sounds like people weren't too put off by it. So, all right, you know what? Like, yeah, I've got to get stuff filmed, so if folks aren't too put off by it, maybe I'll just roll with it. Maybe I should lean into it. I did have an idea for kind of like a few, like, oh man, this is how fast time flies by in these situations, right? Because I had plans for like completely rebranding the channel, where I was starting to like, probably folks have noticed, like there were some videos where I was like wearing a laboratory coat, and I was like, all right, maybe I can lean into this like mad scientist laboratory kind of like setting, which I thought was pretty neat. And I had like, I 3D printed the whole like haunted mansion kind of thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this for like establishing shots, and I think this is going to be pretty cool for like maybe kind of like selling this narrative that, all right, we've got like Seb is actually in this kind of like haunted house kind of thing. Maybe I was kind of like leaning into like, what's that show, Tales from the Crypt or something. Like I love that show, and I kind of wanted to kind of like get some aspect of that aesthetic in there. And who knows if that, but honestly, I couldn't go with like the acting part. I think it still has to be kind of like genuine of, you know, the type of person I am in these videos. So I think I was kind of like conflicted, or do I go for a character or something? But I think I'm just gonna stay me for this kind of like show. Oh man, lost my camera there for a sec. Mostly stay me for the show, but maybe bring in some more of that aesthetic. I had a whole like new intro planned, which was going to use like, I know some of you have seen like the intro where it's like it flashes through some miniatures and some terrain and stuff, and then it shows the logo. I had a whole kind of like plan to kind of have all this kind of like stuff set up, where it kind of has, because if you see behind me here, this logo up here, this was originally, I 3D printed it. So let's get that focus going. I 3D printed it for that intro in mind, so I was going to have smoke coming through it and stuff, but that takes time to do. And I thought, I gotta make these videos, right? So yeah, that kind of hit a back burner, but I'd still love to kind of get back to it. No, John is saying, no, we want the Seb holder, not a mad scientist. Noted. Definitely. I definitely want to bring Braino back a bit more into the show too. He's kind of more of a central character. But yes, Seb holder, noted. I definitely got to bring that guy back. he was cool. If you don't know him, he was in the 3D printable Dungeon Torch episode. Help me tell the folks about Describe. Dark Kamui, great to have you here. Tales from the Crypt. You know, sometimes I like to watch those like behind the scenes where they show some of like the puppets and sets and stuff. I think if I have free reign, like total budget and studio and everything, oh man, I would totally make like a set like that. And I would try to capture that journey too, I think. All right, we got most of this painted. I think it's just the skin a little bit, and then we got the skin and the hair. I guess I don't know what to do about the hair. The hair is white. So do I leave it? I know there is a white thing here. Like, it's just gonna give it like a little bit of shade. I don't know. Now I'm like just like look over. Like I did have the stream management on the side. And now it's just tabs and tabs of like whiskey recommendations. So yeah, appreciate all the recommendations for the whiskeys. The problem is money. I gotta feed that beast somehow. I keep spending my money on like lights and stuff. Lego and lights. That's my problem at the moment. All right, we got Crusader skin. Gonna use that on like the arms and stuff. Let's see how that goes. Give that a little bit of shake. There. Perfect. I'll have to reach out to Broadsword Wargaming again, because he expressed some interest in coming on the show. I would love to have some more guests on the show. I think it would line up pretty well with a lot of the content we make on here. Is that the skin color? Really? That's a bit more of a brown. Am I using the right thing? Am I using... See. Now, see, here's the problem. Because I've been drinking whiskey, I don't know which one is right. Where did it go? God damn it. It was right in my hands. Here we go. Okay. I think this is the one. I might. Yep, no, that is the right one. I'm not crazy. I feel like that's way too dark. Try this on the base here. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that's too red, like brownish. I am not going to use that. I'm not going to use that. What is that? Crusader skin? Get out of here. I'm probably going to pull out a contrast paint now. My God. We've got several options here for flesh. We've got Fire Slayer flesh. That sounds ready. I guess. Oh man, I probably haven't used that in a while. We've got, what else have we got? We've got Gulliman flesh, whatever that is. So we've got two fleshes. What else have we got? We've got Flesh Shade, which is just a wash. I think those are my flesh options. So we've got the speed paint's out because I didn't like it. It was a bit too brown. And the camera's drunk here. I thought the Atmoseeker was a callback to the old VHS games of the 90s. Oh, I like that. Because I do like that VHS aesthetic. I did want to bring that a little bit more of that aesthetic back into the live streams and stuff as well. I did find this new shader for OBS, so hold on to your hats with that stuff. Might be bringing that stuff out. All right, I don't know what's the difference between these. Gulliman flesh, Fire Slayer flesh. No, I haven't used these in a while, so I'm gonna have to give those a right good shake. This is why I've got the shaky thing, the shaky boob thing. All right, let's see what Fire Slayer flesh is like. Oh, I'm always nervous about these pots. Okay, this looks browner. That's definitely browner. Maybe, and then we've got the Gulliman flesh, which is also a type of brown. That looks, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Now looking at all three of them, these ones are a bit more brown than the one I threw away. Which now I'm looking at it, looks a little bit more redder. So I think, oh, the Atmoseeker board game. Yes, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I love that thing. There is a live stream that I did a year or two ago. I think I want to say 2 years ago. There is a live play game we did for Halloween. It was, I named it Atmoseeker, like exactly like how you spelled it right there. And that was a lot of fun. That was a live stream controlled adventure. I really want to bring it back on the show. Oh man, yeah, no, I'm getting flashbacks to that thing. But yes, it took all inspiration from that board game. But yeah, if you're keen on that kind of thing, definitely give it like a shout out or something, because I would love to do it again. It took a little bit of preparation to do, but maybe we can get it going for Halloween again. I think this looks good. I don't know. I'm going to start a group for Trudvang on Saturday. I look forward to making new heroes in Hero Forge. Oh, man, new campaign. Who this? I like that. A group for Trudvang on Saturday. Man, those Swedish RPGs, they are great. I get a lot of good feels out of them. I feel like they walk the line pretty well between like old school kind of RPG kind of feel and yeah, just like a really kind of like refined rule set. So I quite like them. What was the last one I played? I think I actually played Trudvang. It was quite good. My mate ran it. What was I? I was a Bjornica. Or it was like one of those small dwarves. Oh damn! I went a bit too hard there. Don't know about that flesh. I've kind of watered it down to not go too strong. That's not too bad. Ah, that's the one, Baracha. That's it, like the small one. This little small dwarf. Yeah, he was a lot of fun. Man, that's a cool game. I really like that one. There is like a specific feel to those RPGs. I don't know what it is. I really like it. I don't know. It feels a little bit more deadly. Okay, yeah, I'm noticing that whiskey is making this a little bit dangerous. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna have this get this. This. What is this? What is this thing? An elf? Yeah. I have this elf. This elf mostly done. And then like screw it up at the end. Oh, you just watch. This elf is actually looking alright. Oh, my back pain. my back hurts so much. Oh, curse you, son. Alright. What do we got here? I think I definitely should have done that headpiece before I've done the skin, but how we are close to midnight here. We are midnight. There's that. We are out. We are out of whiskey here. We only have the mildest drip. That's it. Gone. But we have most of an elf painted. Oh, I've lost my camera. What is that about? Hang on a sec. Okay, hopefully that's better. Overhead? No, we've completely lost that overhead camera. What's happened to it? I don't know. Died on me. We've got black screen here. This is the, this is the breaks here. Oh, we were going. That's it. That camera's gone. We'll have to stick with this one. But we got it. She's 90% better than she was at the start. Big tipsy proud. Big tipsy proud. I actually think she turned out pretty well. We haven't done the base, and you know I'm scared of doing the face. But I think we can. Let's do it. Let's get a little paint on this brush. Let's see how we handle. We're out of whiskey, so it can only get better from here. Okay, I think that's not too bad. I'm driving with this. It's better than what, and you're right. It's better than how she started, which was nothing. The camera is drunk on fumes. Oh man, I don't want to be known as like the drunk streamer, the drunk guy who like paints his miniatures. At least you know what? It's a good excuse if things go wrong. So, this family show here. Don't even swear on this show. Okay. I think we got... Oh man, that's actually not looking too bad. I think... Oh, even that cape turned out okay. There's a couple of little end bits there, no? don't know what's happened there. Look at the little bitties on the ends. Anyway, that looks mostly good. Do I do the hair? There is a little bit of the front there on the little crowny guy. Yeah, sure. Let's do that too. May as well finish this off. So close to finishing this guy. Focus. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. What have we got? Oh, I see a little bit of purple there we need. Hang on. So close. Okay. I think we got it. Not too bad. Yeah. I don't think that camera's coming back, is it? I think it's gone. I think it's over. Yeah, it's not coming back. Now this one, it's not gonna do too bad. I think you put this next to Mr. Barbarian. That actually looks alright. Not too bad with that. Alright. I guess I'll have to finish up the base and stuff, but I think we'll leave it at that for now. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I'm not sure what the white is. Is this like a joke? This one? Should I do it? Should I do the white on the hair? I don't know. I'm scared because I don't want to. You know what? Let's do it. It says white. So, what is white paint? I'm guessing it's just like a slight grey. It's going to have a little bit of shading in there. Ooh. I feel like this one's going to take like 50 years of shaking to get right. Oh man. Yeah, this one's not happening tonight. Is it? Oh, not mechanical shaker could bring this one done. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think this is gonna happen. Oh, come on. Oh, how's this mechanical shaker failing on me? Oh, there we go. Come on. I'm curious to try this white one. Don't want the old exploding paint bottle of 2022. It is like a dark grey in there. Oh, there we go. I will keep that as a secret for myself of what has just happened. I did not spill the paint. How do you spill it from a dropper bottle? By taking the lid off and inspecting it to see what's going on. But it's working. It is like a dark grey. Okay, I'm gonna take some paint straight from the cutting mat there, and then we're gonna try and apply it and see what's up. Oh my god, it is like a dark grey. So I don't know what to do about this. Okay, I think it is going to just give a little bit of shade in there. That actually isn't too bad. Alright, I'm glad I did it. And there we have it. just like that. You too could have a painted elf. What is white paint for 500? What is white paint? It is mostly grey. By the looks of it, it is like a thinned kind of like wash, kind of like grey, I think. Yeah. Yes, the absence of black paint. Yeah, so that's from tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was super fun catching up with you all. Hopefully all back pain holds up after all of this. Thanks everyone for catching in and watching me drink some of this whiskey and stuff. And it was super fun to paint one of these guys. I think these are a good fallback if we're kind of not sure what to do with the stream and I just need something a little bit more casual. But yeah, keep an eye open for the episode that's coming out this Friday. If you're a Patreon supporter, you can find that in early access. And yeah, until next time, take care, everyone.